Hello everybody, the Canator here. Hell in a Cell review. Didn't have time to do predictions, shenanigans went on, so gonna go straight to the review. Street Fighter Ultra, the Ultra Street Fighter 4s in the background. Ranked matches, I'm E33. Enjoy that as I talk about wrestling. So, pre-show starts off. I don't usually catch the pre-show that much, but Cesaro and Neville were in it, so I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll watch it. So it was Cesaro and Neville and Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, Bad News Barrett, King Barrett, Wade Barrett, whatever you want to call them. I call them boring. Versus and Sheamus. So nice spots by Ziggler and Cesaro. Good stuff by Neville. Him and Cesaro work well together. He just makes me miss the Tyson Kidd and Cesaro tag team because they used to do all that cool stuff. So Cesaro is over as fuck, but you know, some old guy back there won't listen. I don't know. I think his name is McMahon. Is it McMahon? I think it's McMahon. Yeah, some old guy won't listen to the reaction Cesaro gets. So that's a bummer. Cesaro gets the hot tag and everybody loses their mind. He hits every move he probably knows. Uppercuts everywhere for everybody. He takes about 2 walks around the whole ring and starts uppercutting everybody. That was fabulous. Tags in Neville. Neville hits the amazing red arrow. Like, he bounced off King Barrett over there. Got the win. Babyfaces wins. Good, actually, way to start. I thought they were going to go with the heels winning. But better decision to start off the pre-show like that, like with everybody hitting their spots and stuff, because then it gets everybody hyped for the matches. And speaking of the matches, this pay-per-view had a weird order of matches. Like, they put 2 of the biggest parts of the main events as the first 2 matches. And started off, first match is John Cena kicking off Hell in a Cell. So, seeing John Cena kick off a pay-per-view, that was kind of weird. That hasn't happened in a long, long time. Since he opened up WrestleMania with the Big Show for, like, United States title, I think. So, Zeb Coulter comes out, because it's the John Cena US Open Challenge. Zeb Coulter comes out, and my first thought is like, fuck, it's a repackaged Jack Swagger. Damn it, I knew they would do this. So I was like, it's probably going to be they're trying to hype up Jack Swagger again. That wasn't it. I'm like, is there any Mexican superstars or whatever on NXT or like someone American? At first, I thought it was Gable, Chad Gable, because I'm like, that's American. But then I'm like, no, they wouldn't bring him up like alone. He needs JJ with him. And Alberto Del Rio comes back to the WWE. I was super happy. I was excited because like I'm a big fan of Del Rio, especially his work when he was about to leave WWE. When he first debuted, he was aight. Promos were okay. His matches with Ray were pretty great, but like he had like a lot of bad title reigns. Really, they just never really used him too well. But I don't know. The guy came out super serious. He got a good reaction. It was like a little flat at first, but then people realized, I guess, like he's not like they weren't trolling, and he actually is here. He looked in really good shape. Like that's probably the best shape he's ever looked in. So, good for Del Rio coming back. He looked good in the match. He controlled all of the match. Like, Cena got no offense in. He got, like, the comeback and all that stuff. Del Rio makes quick work of it, though. He hits the backstabber into his kneeling super kick, which is a disgusting sounding move. He like, kicked the crap out of this guy. And there you go. Del Rio beats John Cena with 1 finish to become the new U.S. champion. I was very shocked because I'm like, what? Cena didn't kick out of it? Like, what the hell? So, they're probably going to play off when Cena comes back and Cena's taking his 6-week vacation. They're probably going to be like, oh, he wasn't ready or whatever like that. Or, like, you know, he caught him off guard. I expect to see some good matches out of these guys. This match was pretty good. It was okay. It just felt weird about Del Rio controlling the whole match, I guess. But it's good. They made him look really good, so. The match was actually pretty good. Good shocking moment. I wanted to be Daniel Bryan, but we can't have all we want. Daniel Bryan will come out one day, I'm sure. Then we have one of the co-main events. We have Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt in a Hell in a Cell match. This is the second match. I was like, okay, this is a weird order of matches. So Roman Reigns comes out, you know, usual stick. Bray Wyatt has some new entrance gear that looks pretty fucking sick. Like, he had this like weird like bandana thing with like creepy ass teeth. It looked cool. Like, it's a lot better than the horns that he had, because the horns were kind of whack. W-A-C-K, whack. So match is going good so far. Roman is destroying Wyatt in the start. Punches galore, knocking the crap out of this guy. Wyatt then gets the advantage when the weapons come into play. He beats Roman Reigns with a kendo stick for like half the match. He then grabs the chair and sits down while still beating him. I thought that was pretty funny. That was a pretty funny spot. So Wyatt had some creative stuff here. Like, he put a chair in the cell like wall. But then Roman Reigns ended up reversing it and he got hit with it. So that was like weird. I was like, yo, this guy is doing some sick ideas up in here. Then he sets up a kendo stick like lodged in a corner, which he actually hits Roman through. And I was like, oh god, I would not want to take that, because if that kendo stick goes wrong and hits you in the eye. So match is going good so far. Roman grabs 2 kendo sticks. He's excited for the next Star Wars movie. You know, hype it up. Starts beating up Bray Wyatt with both sticks. Just going nuts on the guy. We get Bray Wyatt hitting the modified Uranagi through the table, through Roman. It looks really thick. It looks stiff as fuck. Roman power bombs Bray through the table. A lot of tables in here. There were like 3 table spots. And then Roman with a spear through the other table, the last table. So both men looked good. Roman looked strong, you know. And Bray looked good because he was like being very creative and sick. And I'm like, I guess that's good for his shtick. Roman then throws Bray face first, dude. They were basically, Bray set up 2 kendo sticks facing forward, and he was gonna ram Roman Reigns' face through it. And I was like, oh my god, no, don't do that. But then Roman reverses it. He rams Bray Wyatt. He takes one of the kendo sticks, starts beating Bray with it. Then he rams Bray Wyatt eye first into the kendo stick, and I was like, that's fucking gross. Then he goes, "Awooga," and then he spears him, and that's about it. Roman actually gets the win. Again, this rivalry was weird because I didn't really care who went over. I like both guys, but they both needed to win. Because Bray Wyatt's not looking too great at pay-per-views. He loses a lot at pay-per-views, but Roman kind of needed a win to like make sure, you know, he's looking good. And again, this worked out better, as you'll see towards the end. So good for Roman Reigns. Hopefully this is the end of the rivalry. They did a weird segment with Dean Ambrose where he was like excited for him and shit like that, which looked weird. Like, Ambrose fell off in that promo. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna go for that Ambrose heel turn finally. Finally they can stop this whole buddy bullshit. The match was decent. I felt like they could have done more with the cell. They didn't really use too much of it, but they did good on the weapon spots, I guess. So match was okay. Then we had the New Day, the magical unicorns of the WWE. Everybody, I hope you have your unicorn horn. Out with an awesome promo. I need that unicorn shirt really bad. That's an amazing shirt. Xavier Woods wasn't there. That was very sad. The match felt very quiet, and I didn't like that. Because I need to know about tricep meat and how can I invest in this stock. So it's the New Day versus Team 3D. I was pretty sure they were going to put the titles on 3D now that Xavier wasn't in. But no, New Day tries to go for the WhatsApp, aka that thing. They were going to do that thing. And then they got really excited about doing that thing. So they were going to go for the WhatsApp. They taunted it too much. That didn't happen. Match is going pretty good. You know, decent stuff. Everyone's hitting their stuff. Kofi throws the trombone at Bully Ray and then throws himself on the ground. And he tries to go for the old Eddie Guerrero spot. Where it's like... Then the ref looks and he asks Bully Ray if he hit Kofi. He's saying no. The crowd is saying no. And the ref actually lets it go. He says, fuck it, I didn't see it. Match continues. Kofi gets up instantly and goes, what? Which was hilarious. I really thought that was going to work, too. Then Big E hits Devon with the trombone at the back of the head. And Kofi hits Bully Ray with the Trouble in Paradise, and they win. Another pretty normal win for New Day, which I'm very shocked. I thought they would have pulled the trigger and put the titles on the Dudleys finally. Because I feel like they were going to play hot potato with these titles, like them and the Primetime Players did. But I don't know, New Day just keeps winning. They beat Dean Ambrose and Randy. They beat Cena and the Dudleys. They beat the Dudleys, and now they beat the Dudleys again. These guys are just on a fucking roll. I don't know what's happening, but keep doing it. Fuck it, unicorns. Gotta keep the magic going. Then we have Nikki Bella versus Charlotte. Gonna start it off. I have not been a fan of Charlotte's title reign. It's been very, very boring. Because Charlotte has no personality whatsoever as she did in NXT. In NXT, Charlotte had personality. She was her own person, basically. Like, she did the Ric Flair stuff, but legit, they're just trying to make her into Ric Flair now. Which is kind of boring. I was like, I don't know about this. And I hate how every match Charlotte has is the same thing. She does her shtick, she gets beat up 90% of the match, comes back, slaps on the submission, and she wins. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, Charlotte was not a pussy in freaking NXT. Like, she dominated the whole match, and then they fought back, and then she would, like, do her thing. Like, they're just relying on her. Oh, if she slaps on the submission, she can beat you at any time, which is really stupid. So, now to the match. This match is pretty fucking stiff. Both girls were really, really aggressive, but I was mostly impressed with Nikki in this match. That girl was throwing everything at Charlotte, hitting her with stiff elbows, taking it outside the ring, beating the crap out of her. She locked in an amazing single leg Boston Crab, which she made Charlotte touch her own head with the back of her foot. And I was like, yo, that was fabulous. Then she put her knee in her back and did the same thing. She locked in the single leg Boston Crab again. And I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. This woman's going to kill Charlotte. Nikki's working the back the whole entire match, which everyone knows I love when people work a body part and stick to it. Then Nikki decides to go for a superplex. Oh, no, super German suplex from the top rope. Charlotte turns it into a sliced bread, which was pretty cool. And landed on her feet, too. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Nikki hits an Alabama slam on the outside where the hard part of the ring is, and I was just like, oh my god. But again, working the back like she's supposed to, doing good. Then match goes on for a little bit, and Charlotte keeps going for the figure 8. Can't get Nikki to tap out. Nikki's adapted to it, and then Charlotte locks in. It looks like a modified Indian deathlock, and then she like bridges to the side of it, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. I'm like, either way, she's dead, and Nikki taps out to this other submission now. Like, it's like a better version of the figure 8. Really good match. Like, I was very, very impressed with Nikki Bella. Like, if you think Nikki Bella is a bad wrestler, watch this match, and then you'll see how good she is. She's a ring general. She gets what she's doing. I don't know what they're going to do with her after this, and that was weird to not see Brie or anybody, like, out there, so I hope to see some good stuff, you know. Hopefully they can fix Charlotte's title reign, because right now Charlotte is boring as hell. I'd rather have Becky Lynch or someone else as a champion. Or there's a girl they keep chanting for. I think her name is Sasha Banks. I'm not sure about that person. They keep chanting her name, you know, all the time. She should be the champion right now, you know. She should be, like, champion for, like, a year, maybe 2. But, yeah, so, hopefully they do better with that. One thing I did not like that was really freaking stupid. So, Paige turns heel, you know, a couple weeks ago. She says, fuck you to Charlotte and fuck everybody else. Then, Paige comes out to celebrate with Charlotte like nothing happened. And I'm like, okay, she's going to attack Charlotte. Nope, just nothing. Just Paige being regular, clean Paige. And I'm like, these people don't have no fucking idea what they're doing. So, that better be explained. Because if they turn Paige babyface again, that would literally be so fucking stupid. Then we have Kane versus the fucking man, Seth Rollins. The master of pay-per-views right here. So, match starts off quick. Very good match right away. Guys are going at it. Very impressed with Kane. Kane hit everything. He hit the flying clothesline. He did this awesome spot where Seth went for a suicide dive and Kane catched him, landed him back on his feet, and uppercutted the shit out of him. Like, there should have been an uppercut counter on the side of the screen to see how many Kane's uppercutted this for, sucker. It's really awesome. Kane did so good. And I love this thing with Seth Rollins. I was like, okay, so I want to know how they're going to play off Seth being a pussy in this match. And I'm like, wait a minute, he's not a pussy on pay-per-views. Because Seth is a gigantic pussy on Raw. Because he doesn't care. Because what's the point of being the man on Raw if you're not going to lose your title? But when it comes to a pay-per-view, this guy wrestles his ass off. He's not scared of anybody. He can beat everybody. So I kind of like that. Because, like, on pay-per-views, he's the fucking man. It's just Raw, you know, he doesn't care. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that a lot. Because he was not scared of Kane at all. He took it right to Kane. He was talking shit to him the whole time. And I'm like, where's Seth Rollins the pussy? Like, what happened? Like, I don't understand what's going on. So, match is going good. Seth hits the buckle bomb through the announce table. Of course, the Spanish announce table, because you know it's the only table that matters. So yeah, Seth hits the buckle bomb. Table does not break. Again, Japanese table for the win. I expected to hear the laughing in the background, but no. So that was pretty good. Seth went crazy. So Kane is not staying down. So Seth hits him with a springboard knee. Kane is still up. Hits him with another springboard knee. Kane is still up. Then hits him with a super kick. Hits him with another super kick. Kane finally goes down. Goes up top. Hits him with a high fly flow frog splash. Kane kicks out. That was pretty awesome. And you just see Seth talking to himself saying he's just a man. He's talking about Kane just being just a man. And it was like, I like that spot. That was really good because like Seth hit him with like every move he knows. Then Kane is down. Kane does his usual thing where he goes to pick you up with he tries to choke Seth. Seth turns into the pedigree, and that's it. Seth wins clean, one shot, one pedigree. I like this. It made Seth look really fucking good. Kane looked amazing for a man his age. Like, really good stuff. Especially coming from a big Kane fan, so. I really hope they don't continue this. They should just leave it how it's right now. It's like, Kane should just be Demon Kane at all times. Even though I'm going to miss Crazy Cuckoo Kane being all happy and stuff. So this was good. Then we have Ryback versus Kevin Owens. Ryback is probably the most hated man on this pay-per-view. He got booed so bad. I don't know why. I guess it was just the place they were at. IC title match. Ryback takes control of the match early. Doing a lot of not selling. He says, like, fuck that shit. He's just, like, yelling and shit. So that was good stuff by Ryback. Very aggressive. Again, this match did not get the time. Like from last pay-per-view, this match did not get good time at all. That kind of sucks. I felt like this could have been a really good match, and I feel like Ryback needs that really good match to, you know, cement him. And Kevin Owens could give it to him, but so Ryback takes control. Ryback's going nuts, hitting all his usual moves and stuff. So then the match starts winding down. Ryback has Kevin Owens down, and now Kevin Owens kicks Ryback in the eye, then actually hits the pop-up powerbomb for the win. Again, a very short match, usual stuff, you know, little stuff here, little stuff there. It wasn't a bad match, it was just, you know, short. I don't know what's going to be next for Kevin Owens. I don't know who's going to be his rival. Because I wanted him to fight Cesaro for the title, because I feel like those guys can have good matches. Like, they had good matches before, but they never got the time again, because that usually seems to be the problem with Kevin Owens' rivalries. He doesn't really get time. But Cesaro's feuding with Stardust now, I guess, because the whole Stardust section thing, which I wish I could be part of the Stardust section. That looks fun. So, yeah, I want to see what's next for Kevin Owens. I don't know who he can really feud with. So then we have the main event. Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, versus The Undertaker. Undertaker's entrance only took 4.5 minutes this time, so that's not that bad. I expected 10. So Brock Lesnar busted open in the first 2 minutes of the match. He did that thing where he rams himself into the pole and doesn't care, and he was bleeding a lot. The doctors kept having to stop the match. They kept like wiping the blood on him, off him. Then Brock Lesnar kills a doctor. So the doctor comes in for the 3rd time to check on Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar pushes this doctor out of the ring with one hand. This guy went flying. Everyone's going nuts because I'm like, oh my god, that doctor's dead. The doctor is never to be seen through the whole match. Even when the match is over, you never see the doctor ever again. I was like, I guess he learned his lesson. Brock was not playing around. He was laughing the whole time. He was bleeding. He was killing this guy, laughing the whole time. Fucking, he hits 2 F5s already. He hit 1 F5 and then he hits the second one. Brings the steel steps into the ring. He throws the steel steps from the top, which is pretty crazy. Brock is going nuts. You know, hit a couple suplexes, not too much because, you know, it's Undertaker. You don't want to kill the guy. He hits about 3 suplexes. Undertaker's doing his best to stay alive. He's also looking pretty good, you know. It's just, I cringe every time, you know, this guy gets touched by Brock Lesnar because I'm just waiting for him to turn to dust. Brock Lesnar then exposes the ring, which is fucking crazy. I've never seen no one do that before. He rips the ring like mat, and he takes away the little padding that they have, and he exposes the wood from the ring, which I'm like, this is gonna end bad, really bad. And Undertaker gets up, he choke slams Brock Lesnar on the wood, on the exposed ring. Brock kicks out. He hits the tombstone on the wood. Brock kicks out. Everyone's going nuts, and I'm like, that's it. Brock's winning. Because there's no way he would kick out of that tombstone if he wasn't winning. Undertaker's beside himself. Brock Lesnar gets up. He hits Undertaker with one of the craziest low blows. Like, I thought this guy was, like, never going to have a kid ever in his life again. So then he hits the 3rd F5. Again, that 3rd F5 always seems to be the thing for Undertaker. He always gets beat by the 3rd F5. Hits the 3rd F5 on the wood. Done. Brock Lesnar wins. Clean as fuck. Good end to the rivalry. They did the right thing here. I was scared for a minute they were going to put over Undertaker, which is fucking stupid. So I'm like, this is what the guy. So apparently The Rock is the rumored opponent for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I don't know if it's going to happen. I kind of want to see Brock fight more young people. Like, I would love a Brock Lesnar-Bray Wyatt match. That would be fucking crazy. Or a Brock Lesnar-Kevin Owens match. Even a Brock Lesnar-Ryback match. Like, Brock Lesnar needs to fight all these... Like, he has a 3-year contract, a 4-year contract. He's having the most fun he's had in years. Like, let him fight all these young people, you know? We get a big Undertaker celebration. You know, everyone's like waiting. He's like doing his thing where he's about to get up. He's trying to get up and he finally does. Standing ovation from the commentator. Standing ovation from everybody there. Then I thought it was over. And then the Wyatts come out and I was like, yes. They're finally going to make up that stupid mistake they did by having Bray Wyatt lose to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Because I thought that was garbage. I thought The Undertaker should have put over Bray Wyatt. Because Bray Wyatt needs it. And let's all face it, he's basically going to be the new Undertaker. Like, we all know this. Like, this guy's set for life. So, we got all 4 members of the Wyatt family. They beat the crap out of him. We saw Luke Harper. I was very happy to see my boy right there. Looking fresh in his new gear. As always, yo, Luke Harper for life. So, all the Wyatts beat the shit out of this man. Then, they continue to beat the shit out of him. And Bray Wyatt tells them to take him away. So... Rowan, Harper, and Strowman take away The Undertaker. Bray Wyatt leaves with The Undertaker, and I'm like, oh god, they did this with Kane before, so... I don't know what they're going to do. I just can't wait till the match, because I want Bray Wyatt to win the match. Pretty good pay-per-view. All the matches I cared about lived up to the hype. You know, Cena, open challenge with Del Rio. Roman Reigns and Bray could have been better, but it was good. You know, it was decent. This Brock Lesnar was on fucking point. Brock Lesnar was the MVP star of this. The Divas match is good. And that's Hell in a Cell. I'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy the Street Fighter.